I have a quick tale to tell, and it's one that I mentioned before, and probably one that will be cut, but one that I kind of find funny nonetheless. And that's the time that a bunch of tards were lost.
No, I've lost some tards in my time.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
All right.
So before you tell your tale, let me tell my tale because it's much shorter than yours probably. But it does involve losing tards.
Mine literally involves just lost some tards. Anyway.
Okay. Okay, maybe not. But when I was working, the local school used to bring the, how do we call it, the tard class. They would bring them to this establishment and allow them to partner up with the workers there to kind of get some life skills under their belt, as it were, you know. Of course, they ranged from completely mentally deficient, as in they could barely function, to somewhat functional. But there was no like, oh, he's going to be successful type of person there. There were just people that were sadly in a bad state mentally. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, they pretty much partnered somebody up with, one person with just about everyone in the place. And I somehow ended up with two of them. And for some damn reason, dude, these dudes fucking loved me. I don't even understand what the hell it is. Maybe I got like some little tard pheromone or some shit.
They do.
They absolutely fucking loved me. And they were like obsessed with being like my little fucking work partner and shit. So they would, like, the moment they come in, they'd be screaming and waving their tard hands around to come over and shit, right? And I'd be nice to them and crap. I wouldn't call them tards, obviously. And I even gave one of them my watch because he was like a fucking obsessed with it for some damn reason. But anyway, the teachers that would come and bring them there, they started to kind of notice that I had like tard skills or something. And they kind of got a little sweet to that. They were like, oh, this little fucking guy right here, he's sweet with the kids. See, we like him now because, we're sympathetic to them too or whatever.
Yeah.
Little did they know. But anyway.
Little did they know we're making a video
about tards. But that aside, yeah, I mean, it's sad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was nice to them. But, dude, it seems that because I was so good with these kids, that they decided, fuck it, let's just give them all the fucking kids. So next thing you know, like within a span of a few weeks,
you're hurting tards.
I'm in a literal fucking asylum full of tards, man. And on top of that, the area of this place that I work in is like a freezer level. You know what I'm saying? So now I got a bunch of cold tards. And let me tell you, they don't slow down when they're cold. In fact, they kind of get a little bit more active. But it was cool, whatever. Except for one of them. Damn, man. I could have done without this one.
Oh, man.
Because she... I don't know what the root basis of her mental deficiency was, but something must have happened to this girl. Because she was overtly fucking sexual. And I was like, dude, I am not fucking comfortable with this fucking chick. And it just got to the point where I was like, I was using tards to shield me from her. Because obviously they knew each other. And I was like, keep her over there because fuck. It's fucking weird, man. So anyway, it got so weird that I was like, I can't fucking do this anymore, right? So I told one of the teaching staff, I said, hey, can you not put her in here with me? Which... It was like if I had told them the worst thing in the fucking world. And they were like appalled. How dare you not fucking have all the tards with you? And I was like, dude, first of all, they're your tards to take care of. I'm doing you a fucking favor here. Second, this fucking situation is not copacetic with what the fuck is supposed to be happening. This chick got some fucking issues. Blah, 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 right? I'm pissed, dude. Because they're like insistent, you keep the tards. And I'm like, dude, I already keep all the tards. The fuck? Anyway, while we're having this discussion, the assistant to this teacher goes and gets the girl, right? And, she brings her over and shit. And I'm like, oh, good. Yeah, please. I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it. Just, can we please not have this happen here? Just keep her away. In fact, take some of them away because I got 10 million of them in there. damn Chenard Institute up in that bitch.
Flinging feces everywhere.
I'm like, anyway. So as I'm discussing this, the teacher is like livid that I should even suggest that this person has behaved in an odd way. God forbid this weird, kind of mentally deficient person should behave in an odd way, right? Oh, that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'm like, dude, please. Well, like a sign from the fucking sky, this little tard chick all of a sudden goes ballistic, fucking, exorcist style and shit. She like gets on her fucking knees and starts like, I don't know, dude. It was like
Making like a seal?
No, it was like a weird ape-like movement, slapping her cooch.
Oh, what the?
And screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? What the fuck is that shit, man? I'm like, I don't want... Fuck no. Get that shit away from me. Sounds callous of me, but what the fuck, bro?
You're working.
What is this?
You can't have freaking...
What is she learning? Nothing.
Yeah, Nathan.
If she's gonna be doing weird shit like that, I don't want her working in my vicinity.
So, wait, you were putting the Tards to work?
Who, me?
Yeah, you said working in my vicinity.
In my vicinity, yeah, they're around me.
Working?
Working. That's what they would take them to do.
They were working?
Yes, what did you think they were doing?
I thought they were just like hanging out.
Why would they fucking hang out at a job?
Why would they take Tards to a job?
To learn life skills.
Alright, I guess.
I thought I set this fucking shit
up.
You
didn't say they were working.
Learning life skills at a workplace. What else are they gonna do?
So they're putting like Tards to like stock the shelves and shit?
That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Because
that is a whole nother story.
The owner of the store, I got mad at him because I was like, dude, I realize that this is some sort of charity bullshit. You're probably getting some fucking write-off or some shit.
Yeah, it's clearly.
But literally, you're putting Tards to work.
Yeah. That's why... Look, that's why I was confused, because that's not even a thing you do.
It is. They do this a lot. A lot of people fucking do it. But anyway.
Clearly.
You're putting Tards to work, and you're not even paying them.
Yeah, exactly.
Granted, they only come for like 2-3 hours.
But still.
But that's still work that they're doing for free. And granted... it's kind of hard for them to do most of the work, but shit, what the fuck is this? In reality, it was kind of a selfish motive because I was like, dude, I cannot handle this many.
But at the same time, still.
Yeah, at the same time, yeah, obviously, at the same time, it's like, dude, what is this? Why would you even want this to happen?
Yeah.
Without paying them or giving at least give them a free candy or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. That's a whole different fucking story. It led to him throwing a chair at me, by the way, the boss. But anyway. The little tard chick goes insane is what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
On the floor, slapping her cooch for some damn reason. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, see? What the hell is this? Anyway, the teacher finally believes me. And they end up taking her and like 3 of the Tards away. But I still have like 10 million of them in there. And I'm like, oh man, I got to stop being so good with people. I don't mean good like as in good. I mean like being able to handle them apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess if they saw me calling them Tards, they wouldn't be. But anyway, I didn't want to do that. But anyway, I was like, well, this still fucking sucks. Well, one fucking day, the teachers came in and they told the allotted number of Tards that were given to me to go and work with me, right? And only 2 of them show up. Now, I didn't know that they told them, so-and-so and so, you go over there. I just saw 2 of them show up and I was like, oh, thank God, I'm only getting 2 this go-round. So whatever, we were doing a little work there and shit. And at the end of the 2 hours, the fucking teacher comes in and she's like, hey, where the Tards at? I mean, what do you mean where the Tards at? They're right fucking here. And she's like, no, there's like a gazillion that are missing. And I'm like, dude, seeing as how you only sent me 2, I think your maths might be a bit off.
Yep.
And she's like, no, I sent you 1 trillion Tards. There's a severe lack of Tards here.
She did this.
Yeah, she did this. So anyway, you know where the Tards were?
Mm.
They had hidden
Alright.
in another section of the store by themselves to eat ice cream.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
So they found a frenzy of ice cream maddened Tards in a part of the fucking store, man.
That's interesting. How did no one come across them?
Because that particular area of the store was relatively abandoned.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's a very slow traffic store. So anyway, yep, I lost some Tards, I guess.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I really didn't.
No, but you did.
But
They lost some Tards.
They lost some Tards, and since apparently they were supposed to be with me, unbeknownst to me, I lost some Tards. But anyway, it's my little Tard story.
It's
just to be clear, I love me a good Tard.
Yeah.
That sounds fucked.
It's for comedic purposes.
Look, fucks. We're playing characters here. These are true stories, but, chill, all right?
Yeah.
It's sad when people are born that way, but fuck, if we can't make fun of ourselves because we ourselves are fucking Tards.
Yeah, it's a good
But
point.
anyway, your Tard story.
So there's one time I lost some Tards. There's one time at school. Okay, this was the second year I was in this school, and this school was kinder through 8th grade. Big school. But this year, another neighboring school had closed down. Mm-hmm. So we got every kid from that kinder to 8th grade in our kinder to 8th grade. And it was severely understaffed, and the sizes of this facility were not up to par for the amount of children. Literally, in one of my classes, there was 80 kids.
Jesus.
30 of which were sitting, the rest were just standing. And we were just like, all right. And there was, like, that day, there was no teaching because they were just kind of like, well, we can't do shit. It sucked, is the point of this. The second day I was there, actually, you know what? It was the first day I was there. There was this commotion up in the front door, or up in the front, right, where the buses would come and load people. There was some commotion, parents yelling, screaming a frenzy, because I would stay there for several hours after school, because the person that I was staying with was a janitor, so I would just kind of stay there in the place.
Chill.
So, yeah, so like a couple hours after that, I noticed that there was like some frenzy when they were loading the buses. But then a couple of hours after that, some mad parents came in and were yelling. And I was like, this is weird. I didn't know what happened though. And on the way to the house after all that had happened, the person I was staying with told me that, it's because they lost some retards. And I was like, what? All right. Cool. I don't know. I didn't understand what you meant. Went to the old home and turned on the news. And it was on the news. What had happened is they were loading the Tards, which they had gotten a lot influx of into normal buses because they didn't fit in the short buses anymore, right? And these buses were the buses that were meant to go to the kids. There were the buses for the kids that were coming from the school that were further down. So they had loaded these Tards up into the wrong buses and had sent them to a neighboring town.
What the fuck?
Yeah, which was far. Yeah, and so they lost the Tards. They didn't know where the bus was. He didn't show up. The bus guy.
Well, the bus had to have like a destination. What was the destination?
I have no idea. Like the bus guy didn't show up that day.
So who was driving the bus?
I don't know. They just lost the bus. They lost the bus to the freaking Bermuda Triangle or some shit, and these Tards were gone. They didn't appear until the second day, in which they were brought back to the school. So I'm assuming this bus driver, took these Tards to this neighboring town, and was like, oh shit, this isn't their home. And I don't know what happened. I'm assuming he just kept the Tards in the bus until the next day and just brought them back.
What?
So there was literally Tards missing all night.
What?
And they was on the news and shit. And they destroyed the principal. He got his name was Miko, which just read like Meko, which was funny to me. That's his last name. Obviously, I'm not going to give his first name because I don't know it. Anyway, old Meko was made to look like a Meko because, everybody was destroying this guy. He was on the news. Freaking Tards were lost for a day. And then the next day, they found the Tards.
What the fuck?
They brought the Tards back, and they were there. And I remember it was a thing for a while. It was a thing about the Tard situation was a thing until I left, which was a week after that school year started. It was bad, dude.
And the fucking news was like, now to continue the Arizona Tard situation story.
Tard Watch
2005.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking interesting, man.
It was weird
that's
too.
Fucking
again, that year was sucked, dude. Like they didn't have enough freaking food for the people, so they would just like you would go and eat, and they would just give you like a little morsel of freaking like some apple or some shit because they didn't have food. We're like, what? They were literally having the cafeteria people go out and buy food from the local marts and prepare it on the spot. So you would wait for like 2 hours to get your food, and it would be all like this freaking slab of beef.
What the fuck do you do during the 2 hours?
Just stand there. There was no schoolwork being done because there was just people. It was so overstuffed that you couldn't do shit, and so you would just stand there for 2 hours waiting for your damn food. And I remember one time I got my damned spaghetti and it was just like raw. I was like, this freaking licks. Now I did go over there to relieve some stress from the school life over here, and that just happened to make things worse because they were losing Tards the first day. It freaking licked, dude. The toilets didn't work, so it was just shit everywhere. It sucked. Losing Tards left and right. Yeah, that's my tart too.
So we're retarded, but anyway, yeah, that's just depressing. What the fuck?
It is.
That's the worst way to end the video. Anyway, we're gonna go shoot ourselves now. It's been Hey Hab and the Goontick talking Tards, and
that's what this is gonna be called.
Hit like, share, subscribe, and those notifications if you want to be horribly depressed by ends of videos. This is the way to go.
Yeah.
Bye.